Hello, once again. This is Cynthia from Triumphant and Treasured. We are going to continue our conversation about Walk with a Widow, a guidebook for non widows and churches on how exactly to walk alongside a widow. We did mention that the team that a church needs to have in place to do widow ministry should include a widow ambassador or a Walk with a Widow ambassador. And we talked very briefly about the fact that this widow should be a seasoned widow, someone who is farther along in her grief journey. Every time you minister to a widow, it's inevitable that you will visit the very depths of your own grief, especially the very initial emotions that you experienced. And this can really be a hindrance in your own journey, in your own grief journey, in healing and moving forward, as we refer to it. However, with the seasoned widow, the likelihood of her developing a setback from repeated contact and communication with new widows is less likely. She has also, over a period of time, developed coping skills that she can, in a timely manner, in a very compassionate manner, guide the new widow, guide this person who has no idea what's coming down the pike and what she's going to be facing next. She can walk alongside her with credibility, and she can actually say, I know what you mean, or I've been there, because she truly has walked that road before. A widow's biggest frustration is knowing that most people that she talks to don't get what she's saying. She may come across as losing her mind. She may come across as a little crazy. She may come across as grieving too much or not grieving enough. All the possibilities are out there. The reality is, when a widow has walked this journey before, she can relate to all of those. So regardless of where the widow is in her grief process, whether she's in denial or anger or bargaining or whatever it might be, there is no linear process to that. And I have to tell you, it doesn't even happen in sequence of any sort. You can go back and forth between those various stages of grief. So a person who has engaged and encountered this journey can relate to most of what another widow goes through. And if she can't relate, she is fully aware of the fact that there are certain aspects of grief that not every widow is going to experience. So being able to talk to someone who gets it really, really helps a new widow not feel isolated. And it helps with that sense of abandonment, because even in a room full of people, you feel abandoned and isolated because you know nobody else gets what's going on in your head and in your heart in the moment. As a word of caution to the Walk with a Widow ambassador, what I would remind you is this is about the other widow's grief, not about yours. Even if you have a story to tell, even if you can relate, and even if you can identify, share it only enough to where the other widow feels a connection with you. This is not your time to dump on her. This is not your time to relive your grief or to process it. Your role is 100% to support her and encourage her in this journey. And to be real about the journey, I have not hesitated to tell widows that it's a long and difficult journey. It does not get better until it gets much worse. And most widows within the first 6 months will say, I'm done with this. I'm over it. I just want to be over it. I just want to be past it. And I say, well, we all do. And we all get to that stage because we don't want to deal with this any longer, as horrible and dark as it feels. But the reality is, the worst is yet to come. And as discouraging that that might sound, I'd like to remind every widow who hears me say those words that I'm still here after all these years. I'm still talking. I'm alive. I'm well. I can say I am flourishing. So that should give you hope. The worst may be ahead of you, but on the other side of that tunnel, my friends, there is light. There is a place that you will enter, a time that you will enter where you will smile again, and your heart will smile, not just your face. So I pray for you that your widow ambassadors will be an asset, and I know they will be, to a new widow. God bless you. Thank you for joining us on this video, and we will see you at the next video.